Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to add measurement to your drawing, and I want to show you the most common mistakes people make. So I have a drawing here that I've done. I chose this feather, and here's my drawing that I have done. I have not done my written description yet, just my drawing. But I want to add measurement to my drawing, so I am going to use my handy dandy ruler here. Notice this ruler has two sides. It has inches and it has centimeters. In science, called metric. In science, we always use metric measurement, in this case for a small object, centimeters, to measure our object. Okay, I do have some rulers in the room that only have metric measurements, but you will still want to choose the centimeter side. Okay, and there are rulers available for you to use for this. So what you want to do is you want to show how big this object really was. You want to show that it was a pretty small feather. And you could write small, but that might mean different things to different people. So we're going to add a measurement to be as accurate and qualitative as we can be. Okay, so one of the measurements that I think would be important would be to measure the distance from here to here. Okay, so from here to here on my drawing. Now I'm going to draw a line to show that I measured from here to here. Okay, but I'm not going to draw it on top of my drawing because I don't want to cover up all that nice work that I did. So I'm going to move my ruler just off to the side a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to show that I measured from about here to about here. Okay, and I'm going to draw a straight line to connect those 2 points. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, and that shows that I measured this distance on my feather. Okay, one of the most common mistakes that my students make is they measure their drawings. But I don't want you to measure the drawings. We can see how big the drawing is. What we want to know later on is how big was the actual feather. So we need to measure the actual feather from here to here. So I'm going to go over. I'm not going to go to the end of the ruler. I'm going to line it up with the 0 mark here. Okay, and I'm going to go to the other end, and I see that this is 9.3 centimeters. If you have trouble with that, there are extra videos for a little refresher on how to measure in centimeters. And I'm going to write 9.3 centimeters on the line here. Okay, I want to include at least 2 measurements. So another measurement I think would be important is to measure the width here. Usually we measure at the widest point. So it looks like the widest point of my feather is right about here, or right about here. But again, I'm not going to cover up my drawing. I'm going to move that off to the side. And I'm going to show that I measured from about here to about here. Okay, connect that with a line. And I'm going to measure to show what this distance is. Again, this distance on the actual feather. I'm not going to measure my drawing. I'm going to measure the actual object. Okay, so I'm measuring at the widest point. Looks like it is 1.123. So I'm going to write on this line 1.3 centimeters. Okay, so that's how you add measurements, reference lines, to your drawings. Please make sure that you add at least 2 measurement reference lines to your most recent natural object observation, probably number 2. Thank you.